Welcome. My name is Catherine. This is part 2 of me sharing my 90s CD collection. I will share 5 albums today. The first one is The Best of Cheryl Crow, and I discovered her music with the 1993 release Tuesday Night Music Club and the single All I Want to Do. And that's the first track on this album, followed by Soak Up the Sun, which is another favorite song I like by her, and it has really good lyrics. So this particular album has 2 new songs. There's a cover song of Cat Stevens' The First Cut is the Deepest, and Light in Your Eyes. And another song I like on here is Every Day is a Winding Road. That was used in the movie Aaron Brockovich, and I like that movie. There's 17 songs on this album, and there's the track listing. So I enjoy her songs, and I think this is a good essential thing in my collection. The next album I'm going to show is by the Counting Crows. This is another musical group I discovered in the 1990s. And this is missing the jewel case. This was given to me by a friend who kept her CDs in one of those booklets, and she gave away her CDs. So they're an American rock band from the San Francisco Bay Area in California, and they formed in 1991. And their popularity started with the album in 1993, August and Everything. And that sold 7 million copies in the United States. So I had to look up the track listing on Discogs because I don't have the booklet with that. I put it in my own generic case. So it starts out with Angels of Silences, and these are the songs that were in the 90s. Round Here, Rain King, A Long December, I really like that song, Hanging Around, Mrs. Potter's Lullaby, Mr. Jones, and Recovering the Satellites. So total it has 17 tracks on that compilation. There's the cover of Big Yellow Taxi by Joni Mitchell, and Vanessa Carlton is singing backup vocals on that. And then Friend of the Devil is a cover of a Grateful Dead song written by Robert Hunter. And there's one with Cheryl Crow on here too, American Girls. It's a duet with Cheryl Crow. So that's the Counting Crows compilation. I really like that. I enjoy that CD very much. The third album I'll show today, I was really excited when this came out. It's the Eagles, Hell Freezes Over, a live album. And this is from November 8th of 1994, and it was 14 years after they broke up. And this title comes from an interview with Don Henley in 1980. He was asked when would the band get back together or play again, and he said when Hell Freezes Over. So this has the lineup of the Long Run album era. It is Glenn Frey, Don Henley, Don Felder, Joe Walsh, and Timothy B. Schmidt. And it contains 4 new tracks, and they are as follows: Get Over It, Love Will Keep Us Alive, The Girl from Yesterday, and Learning to Be Still. And that's one of my favorite songs on this album. And it has several Eagles songs, as you know, like I Can't Tell You Why, Take It Easy, and it has some of Don Henley's solo on this too. And I remember this was on MTV, and I also watched it on PBS. So to me, this was a really exciting time when the Eagles got back together. Album number 4 is New Miserable Experience by the Gin Blossoms. This came out August 4th of 1992, and this is their second studio album. And they're an American alternative rock band formed in Temple, Arizona in 1987, and they rose to prominence with this album. And they write and compose their own music. So the lead single was Hey Jealousy. That came out in June of 1992, and it reached the top 40. And Found Out About You was the second single, November of 1993. This helped the album gain multi-platinum status. So other singles I like on this album: Lost Horizons, Miss Rita, Until I Fall Away, and my favorite song is Allison Road because I like the harmony in that song. So I looked up the genre of this band, and they're alternative rock, jangle pop, power pop, and post grunge. And I had never heard of post grunge before. I didn't know what that meant, so I looked it up, and it said an offshoot of grunge, less abrasive and less intense in tone than traditional grunge, which is kind of interesting to me because all these different names they give to genres. I mean, to me, grunge is just hard rock or garage rock, and just because it's came out of Seattle, they call it grunge. But overall, I haven't listened to this album in a while, and they have really good melodies and good vocal harmony. The very last number 5 I'll show today is a CD single. It's Go West, and it's from 1992, and it features 3 tracks from their 3rd studio album called Indian Summer. And the cover of Indian Summer is this photograph right here. So Go West is an English pop duo formed in 1985, and their lead vocalist is Peter Cox, and the rhythm guitar and backing vocalist is Richard Drummey. And the group also writes their own songs with their bass player Martin Page. So the singles on here are Faithful, I Want You Back, and the hit single was King of Wishful Thinking, and it's the reason I bought this. I found this at the Goodwill. And this song has great lyrics, and it was written for the movie Pretty Woman and later put on their Indian Summer album. And Go West also had a hit in 1985 called We Close Our Eyes. And this song, King of Wishful Thinking, is really what put them on the map in America. And the song was their most successful. It went to number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 3 on the Canada Top Singles, and it went to number 18 in the United Kingdom. So these are the 5 albums I'm going to show today. Please in the comments share your thoughts on these artists and their music. And I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you will return next week for my part 3. Take care, and I'll see you soon.